40 hours is not going to be considered long to me, Wolf. Let's just say that. So, I'm talking like 60, 70, 80 hours, depending on how I feel for RPG. But the other one could be detrimental too. But the other one might not be as bad. So it's literally going to be like deciding your future. No, it's going to be something on his 6th gen stuff. It's something in his 6th gen wheelhouse. But the other game, you might be intrigued to play the other game, but you might be unsure about that. Oh, I'm choosing. Would you like to know what the other game is? I don't have the RPG picked out yet. I'll give you a clue. It's something I put down recently and decided I have to go back to. Because I realized the kind of time sink it was going to be. Now let's see if you remember. Oh yeah, yep. Well, if you don't have a copy of that, then I guess I can always look for the worst Xbox game I can think of, and you have copies of all Xbox games. You might be able to access through PSPP, maybe. But I don't know if you'd be more willing to do that or the RPG. That's something you're gonna have to decide in the long run. And I still gotta pick out what the other one is. Look how angry he is. Angry. Oh. Stop the... Well, you still have to. Well, to be fair, you also have to wait to hear the other one too. So it would be wise to make a decision without knowing what the other option is too. You know what? We're just going to stop freaking. I hate coloring this version in. Like, the mouse cursor is shit. Everything's gray, except for that. See, I feel like you're at an impasse, right? You do love fighting games, but you know that's gonna be a challenge. Have I really been live for about 20 hours? Where's the time go? Where does the time go, guys? Where does it go? Oh shit, I probably should not have chosen this one. Holy crap. This is going to be...
Well done.
Got it.
Back to menu.
No, my mic's not on mute. I just wasn't talking. I was kind of focusing on that shit. Sorry. I'm spacing out. It's been a long night. I'm being spacey right now. I'm like, what?
done.
Have a go, Wolf.
Back to menu.
Now I gotta pick a PS2 game for Koos. What should we have Koos play, guys? That's right, we made it. Thank
Well
you.
done. Back to menu.
And we're going for 1001 just for, you know, why not?
The Story of Camelot. A long time ago, there was a beautiful place covered in lush vegetation. It was called the Land of Britain. It was a place of bright, cheerful sun, an inaccessible land where there was peace and abundance. But one day, sinister clouds appeared over Britain. A greedy ruler wanted to invade this happy land. He called on the cruel Saxons to help him conquer the Britons. The warriors sailed from the North Sea and started throwing poor Britons from their homes, and then began to settle their farms. The sad Britons had to flee from the Saxons, and when the Britons lost almost all hope of getting back their homeland, brave and noble King Uther stood his ground and fought. He became the leader of the Britons and put the Saxons in their place. Then blissful peace reigned again in Britain. It was at that time that King Uther fell deeply in love with a woman called Igrina, the wife of his most faithful friend, Prince Gorlois. There was a serious fight between the friends. "You cad!" "Oh, I have lost her." Prince Gorlois was defeated, and beautiful Igrina married King Uther, who had fought with such ferocity to win her heart. From this marriage, a child was born. He was called Arthur, and he was taught by Merlin, the wise and good wizard. Unfortunately, the happiness between Uttar and Igrina did not last, and this caused great discord between the knights of the realm. Then the Saxons attacked Britain again with a much bigger army. During a great battle under the cover of darkness, Merlin smuggled little Prince Arthur from the castle, and they hid in Wales. The whole of Britain was plunged into fiery warfare, and the country was forced to endure years of war and oppression. One day, the Knights of the Round Table were called together in London. They decided to elect a new king who would help them overcome the Saxons. Just then, a mysterious sword in a stone appeared in the heart of London. Engraved in the stone were the words, "Whosoever shall pull this sword from the stone is the legitimate king of all Britain." All the knights tried as hard as they could to pull the sword from the stone, but unfortunately, despite their best efforts, none of them proved worthy of the crown. At that time, a brave knight called Hector passed through London with his son Kedge and their friend Arthur, who had grown by then into a young man. Suddenly, Kedge realized he had forgotten to take his sword on the journey. Obligingly, young Arthur turned his horse around and rushed back home to fetch the sword. As luck would have it, he rode past the mysterious stone with the engraved words. "Why am I returning home if there is a beautiful sword right here? I will take it for Kedge, and that will make him happy." Then young Arthur approached the stone and pulled the sword from it without any effort at all. Then he took the sword to Kedge and gave it to him. Kedge saw immediately that he had been given the magic saber. "Look, Father, this is the sword from the mysterious stone. Well, I should become King of Britain." But Hector knew that pulling the sword from the stone was beyond his son and did not believe him. When the truth emerged later, Kedge fell to Arthur's knees. "Sire, my lord, you are the legitimate king of all Britain." It was then that Arthur realized that it was God's will that he was to be the defender of his beautiful green land of Britain. He decided that during his reign he would rule justly and fairly. Then he built a wonderful castle in a place that became the capital, and he called it Camelot.
It's so weird in these how they like cram, you know, like all that story into like the tiniest little bit of stuff and just go, oh, there you go. Blah blah blah. Done. You know, like, thanks for leaving everything out. Way to speed run the story. Alright guys, that's Legend of Camelot for the PlayStation 2.